Alrighty, guys, I'm Morthadon bringing you guys Fairy Tale Final Season, episode 288. So real quick, if you hear some humming or anything, it's really warm out today, so my fan is on, which is like almost right above my mic, and my computer is also very loud today because the fans are running a little faster because it's warmer out. So if you hear stuff, that's why. I also had the ingenious idea of my blanket is reversible. It's on my bed back there, and it can it's either black or like the light gray that you see right there. And usually when I wear a black shirt like this, or yeah, no, this is black. I have like really dark blue shirts too, and they look almost the same on camera. Um, but it clashes with the bed in the back and makes it look really weird. It even does that with my beard a bit, but there's nothing I can do unless I dye my beard. No. Maybe someday for fun, like a temporary dye kind of thing for some special occasions. I think that'd be kind of funny. I don't know. Probably not. But yeah, so regardless of all of that, talking about last episode was pretty crazy. We had a bunch of weird, funny stuff in the beginning with them being at the Blue Pegasus pool or hot spring. And then we had the big reveal that Alvarez, right? Am I remembering that right? I feel like it's been a while since I recorded Fairy Tale, but it's only been a week. But the country, I guess that's not the country name, I don't think. But the kingdom of Alvarez is led by Zareth, which is crazy. And he had Makarov as a guest for like the whole year. That like the whole time Makarov was gone, he was just a guest there, I believe, to talk to the emperor. And then he showed up and basically said, "Nope, negotiations are not on the table. I'm gonna kill you." And then Mess came in and saved him, and that's pretty much where the episode ended. It was a very good episode, so I'm wondering where they're gonna take it from here. I wonder if they're gonna keep this like incredible pacing of like really crazy shit happening every episode. We also got to see Brandish's powers too a bit, being able to like shrink and grow matter or whatever. That was cool. I really like her personality, just the whole like I don't want to do it. I'll just say I did it. it's awesome. But yeah, so I say we should just hop into the next episode and see what happens. Alrighty, so we are gonna start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh, so we're getting a little bit of recap here, it seems like. I love that Spriggan actually means hideous fairy. So I wonder if he came up with that name after he met, shoot, Mavis, and knew that she was like all into fairies and made the Fairy Tale Guild. But he also said that, I love this intro so much. I'm pretty sure he also said that he founded this place 200 years ago. So before, like, while it was being created, because Mavis was alive, like, a little over 100 years ago, I believe. And does that mean for the first 100 years they didn't call the Emperor that? And then he came up with that later? I don't know. Or is it just some, like, weird, big, global coincidence that he named himself Hideous Fairy, and then Mavis, who seems like his, like, arch enemy, is named the Guild Fairy Tale kind of thing? Do 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 do. Okay, so after the recap, we are back right where we left off. Cool. Yep. I like how they finish each other's sentences. Hmm. Oh no, the sad music. It's okay, Master. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. So what's gonna happen about Guildmaster? Is he gonna take it over again? I guess it's too soon to get into that, but... Alright. To the godforsaken land. Interesting. No. He doesn't recognize Carla. Oh. So they have to... Oh, so they have to stay within this area. Uh-oh. Is it one of them? Yes, that dude. The one that was all excited about battle. Yep, he's another springing 12. Interesting. Damn, just one of them. That's convenient, okay. Interesting. What were those? They're like smoke bombs, but I couldn't tell what they were like shaped as or something. Oh, they're swords. Oh damn. Did he just turn them into sand? Oh shit. It, is he gonna be like a sand dragon slayer? Oh no, is it like a wave? Oh, what? Oh, yeah, that's not a wave! Jesus. It reminds me of like the big things that Jura makes out of rock. Oh my god. What? Demon Slayer magic? Oh shit. So Whoa! That looks awesome! Looks like some kind of like elven outfit from like a video game kind of thing or something. Oh, damn! So he named that move after his dad? Just a bunch of sand beasts. Damn. Master can sense that shit like crazy. Oh god. Friggin' Natsu. Uh-oh. So either they just barely made it in range, or they're gonna have to fight. Like, I think, Mest might be able to teleport them soon, maybe, but maybe when they all converge in the center, Mest will poof them. Oh, damn. Swallowed cities. Hmm. Yeah, Natsu! Yeah, fairy tale. Fairy tale is the gods. I like how they're all turned so you can see their logos and stuff. Damn. Damn. I just did nothing, huh? Alright, so Natsu burned it, and then he just did more. Oh, master. Nice. Now run. Hulk jump. Do something, Gramps. Now it's a wave. That's a wave. Oh, is he just gonna tank it? Oh no. Is Mest gonna poof him? They're all like touching. Laxus! Christina Advance thingy, I think? That's what it's called, right? Or one of the versions of it. Laxus! Yeah! Oh, he looks good. I didn't see that one coming. That's true? Oh, interesting. I didn't know you could do that, but cool. Okay, enough talking. Just get on their ship, okay? That big bad guy is still there. Let's see. Is it fast? Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, Lexus got stronger too. Nice. Oh, shit. Hmm. I wonder if it would have. Zareth. Nice, nice. Is this new fairy tale music? Or I get new music to fairy tale? Ah, yeah. Ah, it's such a good moment. I should have Ichiya. Nice. New guild hall looks pretty cool. Hmm. Yeah, what are they gonna do with that? So he's been the third master, the sixth master, and the eighth master now. I kind of wanted it to be Urza, to be honest, but like I wanted Gramps to stay around, but I wanted Urza to be the guild master. Oh, okay. I see what she's asking. Her face. Oh, nice. He's drawing Gramps as he looks now. That's cool. Frickin' Juvia. So, I'll try to remember to talk about that after. I have a question about, like, the guild, I guess. The guild hall a bit. Yep. bum. Is she telling everybody this out loud? No, she's just thinking. Okay. That's... I hope not foreshadowing. Oh no! Was that future Lucy talking? They saved on animation budget a bit by not giving them eyes for that distance shot. Yep. Oh, the music! Oh! I love it. Good shit. But that's their map! Oh, and is it gonna go over the fairy tale one and not burn it? Maybe it won't. Or did it just burn like their whole nation on the map, maybe? And left Ishgar? Oh. Yeah. Well, Gray! Oh. I wanna see if she has more demon forms now. She's gotta, right? That'd be so cool. Oh. Is he just gonna inform everybody of what it is? Mavis. Is that the spirit Mavis? Or is it the crystal Mavis? Yeah, Urza asked the same question. Oh shit. Oh no. What did you do, Mavis? Oh no, it's gonna end it before it tells us. I just saw the time. God damn it. No, please. Or is it gonna tell us? Oh, the primordial magic crap again. Ah, no! I want to watch the next one right now. Damn it. Oh. Ugh. Do, 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 do. That was a pretty good episode, though. I enjoyed it. Ba-na-na-na-na. Na 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 Oh, I'm actually pretty hungry. I don't know what I'm gonna eat tonight, though. Probably cook something after I edit. Alright, so preview's about to... Oh! Wait, no. Okay, no, that's preview. Shoot, they changed the preview thing up a bit. Pretty sure that's preview and not after credit. Alright, guys, so, that is the end of episode 288. That was very good. I'm very hyped for the next one. I'm thinking the after credits is, preview. I saw, like, a quick glimpse of it, but not enough to, like, spoil anything. Because the quick glimpse that I saw was just Mavis talking about, like, I didn't even really read the subtitles. I'm pretty sure she was just talking about the past, which, by that ending of that episode, we can tell that was what's gonna happen anyway. But yeah, so... I guess we'll start from the beginning. I always want to talk about, like, what happens right at the end, because that's always, like, the big thing, but I like going through the episode, like, as the stuff happens, so... I think he probably would have caught up anyway, but the only thing I don't like in anime is when they sit there and they chat in enemy territory for so long, and then something like that ends up happening where the bad guy, like, caught up. Granted, he could sense them through the sand, and he, you know, had that giant monster that he could ride probably faster than they'd be moving, but if they were just, like, if they met up and quickly, like, you know, got in their magic mobile and started driving, maybe they would have gotten a bit farther, but anyway, it's anime, that's what they do. But that's just one thing that gets me sometimes, when they sit there and talk so much and then shit goes down because of it. But yeah, that guy, he seemed strong, but I feel like Fairy Tail might have been able to take him, but I don't know. It's so hard to tell when you're watching a show like this how dangerous the enemies really are. Because, like, they were stuck and Natsu just, like, burned away the sand. Couldn't he have just done that again before, like, when Gramps grabbed them to protect them from whatever, like, they were in some kind of sand attack? Couldn't Natsu just burn that away again? You know, I feel like they could have done something, or could have Wendy, like, blown it away, but it's so hard because you're not in their shoes, so you don't know, like, what's going on with them, like, in their exact situation. So, I don't know. It's, I'm wondering how much stronger these people really are if we were to go into, like, a serious fight. Because, you know, a lot of shows do this, and Fairy Tail is very guilty of it, where the characters will lose, and then suddenly win. So they're like, oh, they're too tough, let's run away. But then later on, they're gonna fight them and win, probably. So it's very iffy, strange. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm curious about that. Cause you know his moves were big, and like, but it's so hard to tell how deadly they are. Like a wave of sand he talked about turning you into mummy, so maybe if it, like, touches you, it can, like, you know, draw you out, in a sense, so that is pretty deadly, and if it's a giant wave and any part of that wave can do it, then yeah, but yeah, Loxus was on point. That was so cool seeing him come in. I'm glad, that their part of the job wasn't very, like, they obviously saved them, and that's great. I wonder if that's what their plan was, though. So Gajeel knew they were heading into enemy territory to get Makarov. Did he just plan an escape route? Was that his plan all along? Because he never said what he was doing, I don't think. He said, we're gonna tackle this from, like, a different direction. And I don't know if that meant that he would have, done that exact thing. If, like, what if Natsu's team failed? Would Gajiel's group had gone in and saved Makarov or something? Was that his plan? Or was it always to rescue? It's interesting. But Loxus' entrance was on point. I was thinking, like, oh, maybe Natsu will burn it away. Maybe Mest will teleport them. Maybe Gramps will Hulk jump away or something. But none of it happened. I didn't even think of Loxus coming in and saving the day. Because the other group hadn't even found him yet. We just knew that Gajeel knew where he was. And, which, I guess that's enough to know that they could have went and got him. But yeah, that was a cool entrance. I like it. And I also wonder, apparently August saved Agiel. I'm trying to get their names down so when the big fight happens, I don't have to learn all of them. August shielded Agiel, but Agiel seemed pretty confident that attack wouldn't have killed him. But August felt so nervous that he shielded him and said, like, losing an ally is a terrible thing or something like that along those lines. So does that mean that Loxus is that strong, or would have he been fine? It's interesting. I wonder. I guess it leaves it to your own interpretations of how the events unfolded, like what you think would have happened. I mean, I obviously, with well, I guess, I don't know. That's hard to say. I'm not gonna try to, like, figure that out, but interesting. And then we went back to the guild hall after the Christina Advance saved them and took them away. I can't remember if that's what they called it. I'm pretty sure that's what the old one was called, but I don't know if that's what this one's called. And it has Dragon Slayer stuff to, like, keep them from getting sick. I wonder if it's kind of like this stuff they had during the Grand Magic Games arc. With that giant ball in the sky that rotated. They said that would help you from getting sick. Now, we know that Wendy's Troya spell helps with motion sickness, but it started wearing off. So is that kind of like what could happen on that thing? Or is that thing, like, maybe it's just stabilized, so, like I'm trying to think, it could just be a magic spell, you know? Or it could be something where it flies so smooth that you don't have any, like, the motion to cause motion sickness, you know? That might be what it is. But at the same time, if you're on it and it's moving through the air, you'd be able to tell you're moving, and at that point, it's kind of like when you're on a boat and you get seasick and they tell you, like, not to look out at the sea because that gets you, like, even more seasick. Is that, like, the kind of thing where if they look out, they're gonna, you know, get sick? Or, I don't know, maybe not. Who knows how it works. But we had some good, like, meeting up at the new guild hall. One thing I want to talk about with that is, now, we've always known that Fairy Tail gets a lot of members, right? Like, they grow pretty quick. But they weren't gone that long. We saw the main crew. Did some older people that were in Fairy Tail return? Because that seemed like a very serious conversation to have in front of strangers. my initial thought before we had like the serious battle talk and everything was that they open the place as like a tavern and they sell stuff because they sold souvenirs and stuff before too, which means people other than people in the guild come to visit the guild, and they could serve them at the bar and everything, and they had like enough tables for people to sit down and eat, and that's why I thought like maybe all those random people that we didn't recognize. Because I'm trying to think of when they joined. Did they just join with this newly formed guild hall, or are they older members that were in before? But the thing is like we had the well, I guess after the 7-year gap, there was a lot of time for new people to come in, I guess. I was thinking the 7-year gap, they were down to, like, no one in the guild. So, like, those people would have had to join between the 7-year gap and current. And I was just wondering, like, after the guild hall blew up, were they still, like, kinda... I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter, but that was just something I thought of. But the fact that they were doing, like, the serious battle talk and now Mavis is going into her, like, background... I assume it wouldn't just be random customers in there. I believe everybody that was there that we didn't even recognize were just members of the guild. But yeah, that was just something on my mind. I mentioned it in the episode. I don't know if it'll get cut out. But I said, like, I'm going to try to remember to talk about this after, and I remembered. Yay. But yeah, so Gramps finally has, like, the will to fight a bit, because before he was like, oh, they're too strong, let's get out of here. But now he's like, they're coming to attack, we need to fight. So that's good that he seemed to have, like, I don't know, I feel like Gramps is always trying to run. Like, after rewatching the show, we had, like, the whole point with the, Hades and Grimoire Heart, that's their name, that's what I was looking for. And Gramps wanted to run. He tried to sacrifice himself for Agnologia, or for the guild, by throwing himself at Agnologia and wanting them to run. But, I mean, that was justified. Agnologia was strong, but the guild wouldn't let him. Interesting. So I'm just trying to think of other moments that he kind of, like, was ready to run. There was other times that he was ready to fight, though, too, but yeah, he does think of them like a parent, and, you always want to keep your kids safe, so I understand that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, I feel like sometimes Fairy Tail can handle something that he says they can't. That's all I'm really saying. But yeah. I wonder if those tables are kind of coated with something that keeps them from burning, or if Natsu just has such good control of his fire that the wood that he was burning that, like, piece of paper on, like, didn't burn. I guess it probably would have been hot, like, need to be hotter. Well, I guess he did have his hand on fire touching the table, so I feel like that table probably would have burned at least a little bit. But I wonder if that's just showing how good of control of his fire he has, that he was able to burn that piece of paper, and that's it. That's kind of like probably something I didn't really have to think about too in depth and just, like, let it happen. But I do wonder if that's, like, what they were trying to go for there, to show, like, his control of his fire, or if that was just something they wanted to put in for, this would be cool, kind of thing. And then Urza asked the same question I asked when Mavis showed up. Well, I guess actually before Mavis showed up, we had the ominous, like, future Lucy talk again. Which we had, I guess a lot of times we have future conversations. At the whole start of this, we had a little bit of the future, right? And she was saying, like, at the time I didn't want to lose anybody, which... the first part of her, like, what she was saying didn't sound like it sounded a little ominous. I said something about that during the episode. It seemed like, oh, I didn't want to lose anybody, but they could. But Fairy Tail hasn't killed anybody, but it's the end of the season. Like, they haven't killed anybody off, like, any of the main cast. So maybe the end of the season they'll finally just be like, all right, people are gonna die, and that's kind of sucks if they wait till the end of the season because it's gonna be out of nowhere and it's gonna suck. But then you think like, oh, it's the end of the season, so whatever. Like there's probably gonna be a part of me that thinks that if anybody dies. But she definitely had some very ominous vibes, and then she said, "That's how I felt back then," or something along those lines. And so I believe that's like future Lucy kind of thinking, um, which is interesting. And then what I was gonna say before is we jump into the whole Mavis thing. When Mavis showed up, one thing I noticed, I believe, I'm not gonna go back. I'll probably notice it while editing again, but one thing I noticed when I was rewatching the old series, because I was rewatching a reaction of someone doing the old series, and I actually still haven't caught up with that. I need to finish that up. And whenever we saw Mavis on there, I believe when she was walking, you didn't hear footsteps. I could be mistaken, but I think I heard footsteps from her walking when she walked onto the scene. Now, maybe that's just because she's like always barefoot, and that was a really close-up shot to her feet, and that's why we could hear them, but a lot of the other shots we had, you couldn't hear them. Or maybe it's just an oversight. So I'm not sure. Urza was saying, is she the spirit version of Mavis that we've seen before? Or is she actually Mavis, like the one in the crystal? And I'm honestly not too sure. I think there's a bug over by my light. But I almost want to say that she's the real Mavis because of that footstep I think I heard. I don't know, but that's gonna be my prediction, is that she's the real Mavis just because of that footstep that I might have heard. And I'll find out when I'm editing if I heard it or not, I guess. But yeah, and then Mavis is gonna go into some backstory about her and Zareth, apparently. And she said it was her, did she say it was her dark time or mistake she made, or how'd she word that? I forget exactly how she worded it, but it was something like that. And it's a story about the cursed girl and the cursed boy, which we know about Zareth's curse. And I'm thinking her curse might be the whole anti-aging thing that we saw in Fairy Tail Zero, that she can't get any older. But I believe it implies, because we know that Zareth helped them learn magic. But they said the primordial magic they sought together, so that means at a point past Fairy Tail Zero, Mavis met up with Zareth again, and they hunted for the primordial magic. And I wonder why. It's interesting. And I wonder what they found. So, seems like next episode we're going to find out a lot about it. I wonder if we're going to find out everything. Like, are we going to learn what the Lumen Histoire can actually do? Or are we just going to learn her backstory? Because she said she was going to tell us why Zareth wants it. And now I guess why Zareth wants it would probably be an indication to what it does, maybe. But they could still be vague and not tell us. But hopefully we finally learn what this damn Lumen Histoire does. But yeah, and I also wonder if they're gonna be able to... well, I guess 21 minutes-ish for, like, the episode length. It might be enough time to do the whole thing, I think, maybe. Like, her whole backstory. I wonder if it is going to be the whole episode. I wonder if it's going to span into multiple episodes, is what I was wondering. But I feel like they could probably fit it into one episode. I guess it depends on how much detail they go into. Like, how much are they going to be, like, showing us and, like, telling us about? I guess it could even be half an episode, and then the other half is other things. I don't know. But yeah. cool stuff. I'm really looking forward to the next episode. I almost want to watch it right now, but I'm gonna hold off because I have some editing to do and I have some other stuff that I need to get done and everything. So I don't really have the time to watch another episode quite yet. But yeah, I think that is gonna do it. So if you guys are enjoying this content from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Subscribe. I'm getting close to 100. I was at 97 for like the longest time, and now I'm guessing it's someone from, because I had follower or subscribers from before, well, or someone just stopped liking my content maybe. But I had subscribers from before I started making reaction videos, from when I made gaming videos a long time ago, and I ended up losing a subscriber, is what I'm saying, and so I'm down to 96. So I've been so close to 100, but yeah. If you're enjoying it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want. You get updates to all that stuff. I also shoot up messages if any episodes are going to be delayed and all that, and so if you guys want, I don't even know like how it's in like the discussion section, which I've seen other people, but theirs is called like community, and I don't know if that's something you unlock when you get like more followers and like a bigger version of the partnership on YouTube or something. I don't know. But I've seen their updates when they type in that. I don't know if other people see mine. My channel isn't big enough, so I don't get like responses to it, but I still try to put updates there in the discussion portion of my channel. If an episode's gonna be late or something, I try to put it up there, and all that. But yeah, check out my Patreon if you want to support the channel and also get some benefits in return. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.